New trailer for Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes with new footage came out. I am very excited for this. I was currently working on a video about Minion from Megamind, but I'm just gonna put that aside for now. We're gonna talk about Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. Silva roars, we've seen that before, and then Rocco with the humans. That's very interesting. He also does not have his lawgiver clothes and does not have the Caesar chain. Aside from the fact that Rocco's with the humans, another thing I found interesting is that there are zebras. For whatever reason, there are at least 2 zebras in this scene. Possibly more, but I only see 2. This is both interesting, but also very exciting for me, as zebras are my all-time favorite animals. So my favorite animal being in a franchise that I really like, yeah, that's pretty awesome. I'm still wondering why they're here, but I guess we'll find out later on when the movie comes out. There's new footage of the humans getting captured by the apes. Some get in nets, and others try to run in the forest. And as we all know, May is the only one who's left. Also, this new shot of Noah, who does not approve of this. Then we get into the new clip. Silva, Rocket Man 2, Stone 2, and Bald Guy go into the field to find May. Silva says to spread out, and the others do. Interestingly, Rocket Man 2 and Stone Man 2 have masks on. This is also the first time we actually hear Silva speak, and his English is pretty decent, but not as fluent as, say, Noah or Proxima Caesar. They eventually do find her in a scene that is very similar to Jurassic World 2: The Lost World's The Raptor scene and the original Planet of the Apes. While May tries to sneak away from the apes, Rocket Man 2 and Stone Man 2 nearly catch her. We then hear Noah in the distance calling for Rocca and May, but he doesn't call her May.
Rocca! Nova!
He calls her Nova, which is kind of weird because recently a lot of articles have also been calling her Nova, even though her name is May. This makes me think that May might be connected to Nova from War for the Planet of the Apes. She could be a relative or at least connected to Nova in some type of way. May turns around and sees that the apes are getting closer. She turns back and notices that Noah is starting to leave. This part of the scene actually makes me very interested. May begins to think whether she should let Noah know that she's here or stay in the grass. If she lets Noah know that she's here, then the apes could catch her. But if she still stays, then the apes are going to catch her eventually. She ultimately decides to risk it all and lets Noah know that she's here. Luckily, Noah does find her, but as well as the other apes. Silva puts his cattle rod aside and stares down at Noah. May runs at Noah, Silva chases, Noah goes after them. Then we have this intense moment of Noah trying to reach May trying to reach Noah, while Baldy and Silva are catching up to them. We get some new shots, but we already know how this is going to go down. May runs up this log, and luckily Noah is able to catch her. But Silva latches onto the horse and still tries to get May. Noah kicks him, and then they run off. Silva gets back up and then roars at the duo as they run off. Rocca explains that a long time ago, humans and apes used to live side by side. Interestingly, May's with them, and he has a horse. Noah sees eagles perching on the remains of the Golden Gate Bridge. Noah taps Saturn, Rocket Man 2, and then we have an extended shot of Noah and his buddies coming back to their village. Enter the kingdom. Noah and Co. running through the forest, which looks pretty cool. Then we have this legendary line from Noah.
Apes hunt humans. That is the law. But the law is wrong.
Then we have an extended shot of Noah riding his horse through IMAX, an abandoned city, apes working on a machine. Then we have Proxima Caesar proclaiming that Noah puts humans over apes. This does remind me a lot of the discussion that Caesar and Koba had about humans in Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. This film actually does remind me a lot of Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, actually. We get some new shots of the attack on Noah's village, and our first piece of dialogue from Dar.
Run, Noah!
Noah then falls to his death. He later wakes up covered in ash, only to see his village has been burnt down and his people have been kidnapped. Noah, being the sole survivor, declares he will rescue his people and rides on his horse. Interestingly, he has a cattle rod. Noah then turns on the cattle rod, he hits Rocket Man 2, explosion, a trio, then Silva versus Noah. This battle looks pretty cool. Then the final shot is of Noah's eagle perching on his arm, and then the title of the film. With every new trailer, TV spot, and image, the more hyped I get for this film. If that previous TV spot comes out in HD and is released by Fox, I'll definitely talk about that one. I'm also going to be talking about the final trailer whenever it comes out. But until then, see you all in the next one.